Well, welcome to Papa Bear's Peppers, and I'm Harold. And today I got my hunting buddy with me. Got Pat Muscat here. He's gonna partake in a little pepper eating thing before we start our elk season. We got archery elk starting tomorrow, so taking a little break from the peppers to do another passion that I love a lot. So, got the 7 deadly sins down here. This is gonna be a later challenge. This is one of my war tricks. This pepper, these seeds came from Matthew Arthur. The pepper I am going to be doing tonight, Choc Armageddon. These seeds came from Jim Morrow. Now this one here is a chocolate carbaruga. This was originally made by Tony Sherwood. Now this is one that I'm getting a lot of, and this is 7-pot white. And this is the one Pat's gonna do. He's gonna do a half because he doesn't have a really heavy tolerance, so we're gonna be nice to him. This is one of the yellow carbarugas, and this is just a small one. I've got bigger ones on the plants. The one I was gonna try and bait him into, this is a small reaper. But I gave him a break. And then we have, this is a Podzilla Purple Long. These were created by Brian Seal. So, having done that, we're gonna get into this. I'm gonna open them up. We'll take a look at them. Remember, these are nectar grown. They're pretty tough. So, I should be doing gloves, but we're gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna do this. Got my knife out, my SOG. Open this one up. This is that plant that was supposed to be a BTR, and I think I've narrowed it down to being either a 7-pot white or it's something else. So, you smell it?
I smell that. That's wicked.
Yeah. So, now the one thing is that I've had this one before. You guys just seen me do a review on this. The heat's pretty good, but it's not really bad. So I think he's gonna be all right. Oil on the blade.
It's hard to see in this light. Sorry.
Nectar grown, bone grown. Now this here is a Choc Armageddon. Come in close here. Look at this thing. Now, I've got bigger ones, but this is plenty for me. This is going to be enough. Now, I'm showing Pat a little about how I do mine. I do orange juice, and to me, it helps with the capsaicin cramps. So, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pull the trigger on this one. I have no idea what I'm getting into, but with the name Choc Armageddon, it can't be good. Well, let's go ahead and open. Oh my! All placenta. Look at the oil on that.
Don't touch the oil. Don't touch the oil.
Yeah, don't touch it. This one is inside drenched. So this is the monster I'm dealing with. Hopefully I'm getting some of that gleam on there. Look at that placenta.
It's gonna be hard to tell in this light, but it's wicked.
The smell though, look at it, smell that. That's not strong.
Yeah.
That's really.
I can smell the other one.
Yeah, yeah. The 7-pot white, however, that one has some scent. But the Choc Armageddon is one I have not tried, and in tradition, I always like to eat peppers that I have grown and see what they're like. Pat didn't grow it, but I said we're starting our new tradition of our pre-bow season. How's that one?
Yeah.
A little stout. That's stronger than this one.
Yeah.
But it's getting better. When you first open it, even the wife can smell it. So, 1, 2, 3. This is going to be painful. There it comes. Oh. That's hot. A little floral. Get that washed down. Ooh.
People can't tell
That's
from
hot.
this lighting how red you two are getting.
Okay, so that's a hot pepper, that Chocolate Armageddon. Really dark in color. The burn is on my tongue and the back of my throat. And it's a searing heat. Oh, ooh. How about you, Pat?
Doing good, I think. Little bite,
Where
mouth,
do you feel it?
mouth mostly.
From chewing it, the oil.
Okay, that's really strong. Right back here. How'd you like the flavor on that?
Actually, what wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
At least now I kind of can start knowing the heat tolerances from these hot peppers. Hot on the
Okay.
tongue.
Hey, Chocolate Armageddon's got me crying. That heat is intense. It's almost hurts to breathe. It literally, it's right here.
How about
Yeah.
you? Are you having a hard time breathing?
We're drinking orange juice, by the way, to help with cramping.
Ooh.
Are you having a hard time breathing?
Oh.
Are you good? Okay.
The good news is,
I'm still alive.
10 minutes he usually comes down. That heat is sticking right here. I would say that heat's about a 7 or an 8
Ooh.
for me.
You've had hotter.
Same for me. Probably an 8 on the scale.
Pat has got a low tolerance, so for him, what I think is a white 7 pot is quite a bit of heat for him. And yeah, so that Chocolate Armageddon's a screamer.
Ooh.
It's literally hard to talk.
Now the mouth is going right on my lips.
Yeah, that one has a tendency to move around
Yeah.
a little bit. Tears. It's literally taken my breath away. It's pretty crazy.
That was the first time you ate that one.
Yeah, that's the first time on a Chocolate Armageddon. I had no idea what I was getting into. Whew. It's a good sized pepper. The heat is still there.
Oh.
A lot of heat. Usually by now it starts to tame down, but this one's hanging in there. Whew. That was a good one. Feel like I got a burp. That was pretty intense. coming down now a little bit. Whew. Definitely a hot pepper.
I don't think that affected Pat quite like he's saying. I think he should have ate the whole thing.
Yeah, there's the other half.
Yeah. That one was hot.
I was like, no, thank you.
That nectar has an effect on it. Whew. All right. Anyway,
You're gonna go blow your nose.
well, we're out of here. Good pepper. We're gonna call it good. This is Harold with Papa Bear's Peppers. All right, we're back. It's been about 10 minutes, and I'm finally coming down off that chocolate Armageddon. Pat's finally coming off that 7-pot, that white 7-pot. They were hot. I would tell you what, what he did on that 7-pot white was the same probably feeling that I was feeling on that chocolate Armageddon. And we both went through, I think I had a sense of panic for a minute. Literally, it was like
Abort.
it was like, you know, you get to the point where you're like, you don't know what to do. Yep, that was intense. These we were talking about it when we were off. I said, you know, it's one thing that you grow hot peppers. It's another thing that you grow hot peppers with a calcium-based product, because the intensity of the heat goes up, and it's. I am telling you right now, I was caught off guard, and when we went to break there, I was in a sense of panic, and I literally went out here in the yard and stood for a minute, and I was just like trying to regain myself. And I mean, that's probably the hottest pepper I've had this year in that chocolate Armageddon. It was that was an attention getter. But we were over here just looking at the 7 deadly sins that I had laid out on the table here, and I was showing them to you earlier. But yeah, so we picked some out of there, and oh, these smokes. That was I went after the one that I thought was going to be a burner, and I was right. So yeah, that was I did the chocolate Armageddon. I've got some out there on the plants that are bigger, but that one was plenty big enough. And I've got bigger of these on the plant, but that was, yes, Pat, that was plenty big enough.
That's perfect.
I'll tell you, you know, it's a different kind of heat. It's, you know, what you think you're growing, and then when you grow with something that pushes the calcium then generates more capsaicin oil, and that means you're going to have more intense burn, and that's what we were in. Senses of panic, and you know, something else got a really good endorphin rush, but we got the shakes. It was pretty crazy there for a minute. So, all right, well, this is Harold of Papa Bear's Peppers, and Pat Muscat here with me on this one. He's a newbie to it and wanted to give it a shot. We were doing our little pre-elk season, archery elk season tradition that we're starting.
Tradition.
Yeah. You got to have traditions. You got to do things that kind of set things off. So that's what we did tonight. We all have a great evening. Obviously, it's dark out here. Enjoy your evening. Take care and keep growing.